December isn't always packed with blockbuster movies, but this year, it's surprisingly loaded. Between Netflix, Prime Video, and some massive theatrical drops, a bunch of big titles are landing all at once. Sequels, reboots, franchise giants, and a few wild surprises nobody saw coming.
Oh no.
Some of these films could dominate the holidays. Others might spark huge conversations the moment they drop. And one in particular is already shaping up to be the most talked about release of the entire month. So today, we're counting down the top 11 new December movies you need on your radar. Let's get into it. Number 11, Troll 2, Netflix, December 1st.
Jeg vil ha det trollet terminert umiddelbart.
Troll 2 arrives on Netflix as one of December's biggest fantasy sequels, and everything shown so far points to a film that leans harder into scale, mythology, and creature-driven spectacle. The first movie quietly built a huge fan base thanks to its mix of Nordic folklore and modern disaster energy. And this sequel looks like it's pushing that world even further open. From the early footage, the trolls themselves seem bigger, stranger, and more emotionally layered, hinting at a story that isn't just about destruction, but the messy overlap between humans and ancient forces they've never understood. The tone feels darker, the stakes wider, and the visuals far more ambitious than the first film. If you're into giant creature chaos with a mythic edge, this is an early December drop worth watching closely. Number 10, Oh What Fun, Prime Video, December 3rd.
Dinner's ready.
Mom?
Hey, Mom. Mom?
Maybelle dumped me. I need a cinnamon roll.
Oh What Fun looks like one of December's big holiday crowd pleasers, but early previews hint at something a little sharper and more character-driven than the usual Christmas comedy. Directed by Michael Showalter, who's known for mixing heart, humor, and just enough emotional bite, the film centers on Michelle Pfeiffer as Claire, the woman who quietly keeps her entire family's Christmas running until she suddenly disappears. From what we've seen so far, the movie leans into that holiday chaos meets family reckoning energy, with a stacked ensemble including Felicity Jones, Chloe Grace Moretz, Dennis Leary, and Jason Schwartzman. The tone feels warm but hectic, with that slightly heightened, cozy but messy vibe. Prime Video holiday movies do well. Add in an indie-heavy soundtrack and a mystery hook, and this one could easily become December's sleeper hit. Number 9, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, in theaters, December 5th.
I'm not done with you.
Five Nights at Freddy's 2 already feels bigger, louder, and far more polished than the first movie. And from what's been shown so far, this sequel is leaning hard into fan requests. Emma Tammy returns to direct. Scott Cawthon is more involved in shaping the story. And Jim Henson's Creature Shop is back building the new animatronics, including the toy variants. The plot picks up a year after the first film, with Abby reconnecting with the animatronics and a deeper look at the origins of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Josh Hutcherson, Elizabeth Lale, Piper Rubio, and Matthew Lillard all return, with new cast members like McKenna Grace and Skeet Ulrich adding fresh energy. Early teases promise more action, more scares, and a ton of Easter eggs for longtime fans, setting this up as one of December's biggest horror releases. Number 8, Hamnet, in theaters, December 12th.
To die, to sleep, perchance to dream.
Hamnet is shaping up to be one of December's most emotional and beautifully crafted releases, the kind of prestige drama built around performances that people will be talking about all awards season. Directed by Chloe Zhao and adapted from Maggie O'Farrell's best-selling novel, the film follows the relationship between William Shakespeare and his wife Agnes, and how the tragic loss of their son Hamnet reshapes their lives and inspires Shakespeare's most iconic work. Jessie Buckley and Paul Mescal lead the film, and early festival reactions have singled out their performances as devastating, intimate, and career best. Zhao's filmmaking style, quiet, lyrical, and grounded in natural light, turns this historical story into something raw and deeply human. From what we've seen and heard so far, Hamnet looks like one of December's most powerful drama drops. Number 7, Anaconda, in theaters, December 25th.
We're gonna shoot it indie style.
Run and gun. We need a riverboat?
Anaconda is shaping up to be one of December's wildcard releases, a meta reboot that leans into comedy, creature chaos, and pure holiday season absurdity. From what we've seen and heard so far, this isn't a straight remake of the 1997 cult classic. It's a self-aware reinvention starring Paul Rudd and Jack Black as two lifelong friends who head into the Amazon to film their own DIY version of Anaconda, only for a very real giant snake to crash the production. Director Tom Gormican brings the same sharp, playful tone he used in The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, and the supporting cast, Steve Zahn, Thandiwe Newton, Daniela Melchior, adds even more personality. If done right, this could be a rare reboot that mixes nostalgia, humor, and creature feature spectacle into something surprisingly fun. Number 6. Avatar: Fire and Ash. In theaters, December 19th. James Cameron is back with Fire and Ash, and everything we've seen so far suggests this is the darkest and most explosive chapter of the saga yet. Set 1 year after The Way of Water, Jake, Neytiri, and their family are still grieving Neteyam when they're forced into a new war, this time against the Ash People, a brutal volcanic-dwelling Na'vi tribe led by Varang. Early footage highlights fiery landscapes, massive creature encounters, and a scale that feels even bigger than the last film. Cameron has hinted this one makes a hard left turn, diving deeper into grief, revenge, and the cycle of violence consuming Pandora. With returning leads, stunning visuals, and years of world building behind it, Fire and Ash is easily one of December's biggest theatrical events. Number 5. The Housemaid. In theaters, December 19th. One of December's most talked about thrillers is The Housemaid, a dark, stylish adaptation of Frida McFadden's hit novel. And the early buzz is that this one goes there. Sydney Sweeney stars as Millie, a young woman desperate for a fresh start who takes a live-in housekeeping job with the wealthy Winchester family. At first, everything looks perfect, but nothing inside this house actually is. Secrets simmer beneath every room, loyalties twist in unexpected ways, and Millie slowly realizes she's stepped into a psychological trap she never saw coming. Directed by Paul Feig, with Amanda Seyfried delivering one of her most chilling roles, The Housemaid blends elegance, paranoia, and escalating dread into a holiday release people will absolutely be arguing about. Number 4. The Great Flood. Netflix, December 19th. Korean cinema has been dominating the global stage, and The Great Flood looks like the next breakout hit. Set in a world swallowed by rising waters, the film follows Anna, played by Kim Da-mi, as she fights to save a child trapped inside a collapsing apartment tower. With the entire world underwater and the building becoming its own sinking battlefield, every floor, every door, every moment tightens the tension. Park Hae-soo adds gritty weight as chaos and desperation close in from all sides. Directed by Kim Byung-woo, the film blends disaster spectacle with intimate human survival, turning a single flooded structure into a last stand for humanity itself. If you love high-stakes K-thrillers, this is December's must-watch. Number 3. Father, Mother, Sister, Brother. In theaters, December 24th.
The world is really fragile, I think. Anything could happen. It's also...
Jim Jarmusch returns with one of the most talked about festival films of the year. A quiet, melancholic, strangely funny meditation on broken families and the awkward rituals that hold them together. Told across 3 stories set in the US, Dublin, and Paris, the film follows estranged relatives who reunite after years apart, only to discover that the truth they've been avoiding is sitting right in front of them. With a stacked cast, Adam Driver, Cate Blanchett, Tom Waits, Vicky Krieps, and more, the film plays like a gentle punch to the chest. Soft, slow, emotional, and unexpectedly sharp. Fresh off winning the Golden Lion at Venice, this is December's art house standout and easily one of the most emotionally resonant films of the year. Number 2. Marty Supreme. In theaters, December 25th. A24 closes out the year with one of its boldest swings ever, a wild, stylish, high-energy sports drama from Josh Safdie that turns 1950s ping pong into pure chaos and adrenaline. Timothée Chalamet disappears into the role of Marty Mauser, a fiercely talented table tennis prodigy whose rise through New York's underground scene is packed with ego, obsession, and one bad decision after another. Shot on gorgeous 35mm by Darius Khondji and backed by Safdie's signature tension-building style, the movie feels like uncut gems collided with a vintage sports epic. With a stacked cast, Gwyneth Paltrow, Odessa Asian, Tyler Okonma, Fran Drescher, and more, Marty Supreme is explosive, unpredictable, and already one of A24's most talked about releases of the year. Number 1. Wake Up Dead Man, Netflix, December 12th.
There's a hiding.
The biggest mystery release of the entire year arrives in December, and it's Rian Johnson returning with what many critics are already calling the best Knives Out installment yet. Wake Up Dead Man sends Benoit Blanc into his darkest, most atmospheric case so far, unraveling a death inside a tightly wound religious community filled with secrets, power plays, and unsettling personalities. Daniel Craig delivers another magnetic performance, surrounded by an absolutely stacked cast. Josh O'Connor, Glenn Close, Josh Brolin, Mila Kunis, Jeremy Renner, Kerry Washington, Andrew Scott, and more. With glowing festival reviews, a sharp new tone, and a mystery that digs deeper than anything Blanc has faced before, this is easily the most anticipated movie of December, and maybe the entire winter. And that wraps it up. 11 upcoming 2025 movies that prove this year is ending with an absolute bang.
Now we die!
From franchise killers to wild reboots to the kind of prestige dramas that drop out of nowhere, there's more heat on the way than most people realize. Which movie are you most excited for? Drop it in the comments. And if you want more ranked lists, breakdowns, and hype previews for the biggest releases in movies and streaming, make sure to hit like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.